Hello, HCA Practicum students. All right, so this is week one, and as I mentioned in my previous video, for week zero, every week we'll have a small little video for us to touch base and talk a little bit for the assignments. I talk about the assignments that are due for this week. Now, if you haven't done so already, please go back and watch the the video that was in the email titled Week Zero. So I'll save repeating any of that information. But for week one is pretty easy. So this week you need to be establishing your schedule if you haven't done so already. At a minimum, establish your schedule with your preceptor. Get those hours all mapped out. Remember, you have to reach how many hours by the end of the semester? 120. Yep. So make sure you did watch that video back for week zero. I sent that on Friday. This week again. Hopefully you've got your schedule established. If not, do so. Be out there in practicum and start recording your hours. So attached to this email is the log sheet. Make sure you do that. Make some copies for yourself as you fill up the log sheet. I think I have about five different slots for you to fill in your hours. So that should cover, 1 or 2 weeks. Just make sure you're filling out, all the sections on there, the number of hours, and then also make sure you're keeping a total, running total of all of your hours. So you know exactly where you're at making that progress towards your 120 hours that are required for the practicum. So just do that for this week. Next week, you have a little bit different assignments. Again, very light, nothing too heavy. Most of your work is doing those practicums that are out there. If you have any trouble establishing your schedule or haven't done so, um, well, if you haven't done so, please do so. But if you are having any difficulties getting that schedule established, let me know this week. You have to, contact your preceptor and get that time booked. But hopefully, you're all out in clinic this week, in practicum this week, and are working away. So, looking very forward to finding out more about what's happening in that practicum, and that'll be in week two. All right. So, week one, pretty short. Again, refer back to my previous video for week zero. Again, if anything happens, definitely do not hesitate to reach out to me. Have a great week out in practicum. Thanks.